Yo everyone, what is going on? Welcome to the video. I hope you are all keeping well, and today I'm going to be showing you how I would approach meal prep on a Sunday evening if I wanted my meals prepared for the week ahead. And you'll see that you can easily prep 5 or 10 of these meals at a time. So for example, if you wanted to just prep your lunch from Monday to Friday, you could do exactly that. But if you wanted to take it to the next level and prep lunch and dinner from Monday to Friday, you could do that as well. And the beauty is these meals are easy to make. And when I say easy, I mean easy. Literally anybody could make them. But on top of that, they contain low cost ingredients that you would literally find in any supermarket. They are calorie friendly, they're high in protein, and they're nice and voluminous as well. So if you're following a lower calorie, high protein diet, maybe your goal is to lose fat, maybe you're in a calorie deficit, this is perfect. Let's get stuck in, and I want to show you the ingredients you need to make 5 of these meals. If you are making 10, just multiply everything by 2. But let's start with the protein sources. We've got 2 here, so 450 grams of diced raw chicken breast and 300 grams of lean beef mince. Then in terms of the carb sources, I'm going to be using 125 grams of this microwave rice. So this is 125 grams of cooked rice, 200 grams of white potato. As you can see, I'm going to be using 1 large wrap, and I'm going to be using why do onion pieces just go absolutely everywhere? These are literally the bane of my life. But the final carb source that I'm going to be using is 100 grams of this whole wheat pasta. But then in terms of the veg, we've got 1 large aubergine. Yours will not need to be as big as this. This is absolutely massive. Probably the biggest, or maybe the second biggest aubergine I've seen in my life. We've got 2 red onions, 3 peppers. They can be whatever color you want. I've got red, green, and yellow because they just come in a packet like this. And then in terms of the seasoning, we have some Himalayan salt. Yours doesn't have to be Himalayan. We have some black pepper, we have some paprika, of course, and we also have some garlic seasoning. And there are a few more ingredients, just sauces and things like that, but we don't need to worry about them for now, and instead let's get the ball rolling. And I'm going to start by chopping 200 grams of this white potato into thin slices. And if you are looking to meal prep efficiently, one of my main pieces of advice is to get a good chopping board. I don't have a good one over here just yet. This one slides around the counter like you don't know what, so that is definitely an investment I will be making soon. Then I'm going to spray my air fryer with some 1 calorie spray. Get my potatoes in there, spray them with some 1 cal spray, then season with some salt, some black pepper, some paprika. Give it a shake like so, and we air fry for about 12 to 15 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. Then we make the most of those 12 to 15 minutes and start chopping up the veg. This is probably the worst part because it's quite time consuming, but it has to be done. So as you can see, I'm gonna chop my 3 peppers up into pieces like so. Next up I have my 2 onions. I'm gonna chop these into little pieces as well and do my best to not bawl my eyes out. And I'm not an onion cutting expert by any means, but what I like to do is chop off the end like so. I will place it down, I will cut it in half. I will do my best to peel that skin off. Then I chop it lengthways like so, not going all of the way down. I am not sure if this is right or not. Then after doing that, I will turn it to the side. I will make an incision into the side like so. And then after doing that, I will chop down and it creates those little pieces that we want. And you know what? There's probably a better way to do it. If there is, comment below and let me know. But as you can see, it works pretty well. Okay, now let's give this aubergine a go. Honestly, don't even know how I'm gonna tackle it, but I'm gonna cut off the top. Then I think I'm gonna cut it lengthways like so. So I'm gonna use about 1/3 of that eggplant, which is probably equal to a normal eggplant. It's about 200 grams. I'm gonna chop it up like so, and then dice it up into little pieces. Okay, so veg is good to go. As you can see, to be honest, the aubergine could probably be a little bit more fresh. I was purely distracted by the size that I didn't pay attention to anything else. But yeah, that chopping took me about 15 minutes, which is perfect timing. The potatoes are good to go. So what I'm gonna do is spray my veg with some 1 calorie spray, give them a good mix up, and season with some salt, some black pepper, some paprika, and some garlic. Give it a good shake. Put my potatoes to one side. These are looking good. Spray my air fryer again with some Uncal spray. Get my veg in there. And air fry for about 20 to 25 minutes, probably 20. At 200 degrees Celsius. Make sure to give it a bit of a shake halfway as well. And the great thing about this meal prep is that it is perfectly timed. I do everything in this order for a reason, just to maximize efficiency. So as the veg is air frying away, it's time to prepare the few other bits. So I'm gonna add 100 grams of whole wheat pasta to a saucepan of boiling water. This is gonna be 2 portions, so 50 grams per portion. Then I'm gonna fry my meat alongside it. You can do them together if you have a big enough pan, or if you have 2 separate pans. I'm just gonna do it one by one. So 450 grams of chicken breast. This is 3 portions, so it's gonna be dispersed amongst 3 of the meals. Let's season with some salt, some black pepper, and some smoked paprika. And one of my main pieces of advice when it comes to cooking chicken, if you are looking to maximize the flavor, is to not turn your chicken pieces every 30 seconds. Don't be throwing the pan around. Instead, cook your chicken on one side for a few minutes. When it is done, turn the chicken over, and that is pretty much it. Okay, chicken is looking juicy. Let's set that to one side. Wow, look how good that looks. Then let's respray the pan. Get the mince on board. Season with the same seasoning, so salt, paprika. Actually gonna do a bit of garlic in here instead of black pepper. And let that cook away for a few minutes on each side as well. Okay, all of the cooking is complete. We are looking good, I have to say. So we have 3 portions of chicken, we have 2 portions of lean mince, we have 5 portions of veg, so a portion for each meal. We have 2 portions of pasta, 1 portion which is 125 grams of microwave rice. There's no need to microwave it now because I will be doing so when I'm actually eating the meal. And then 1 portion of these crispy potatoes. Delicious. And now for the fun part, and that is dividing everything up. As you can see, I have 4 lunch boxes here. I'm going to save the wrap until last, so that will be the 5th meal. So let's get into it, and I'm gonna put my potatoes in 1 lunch box, as easy as that. 125 grams of rice in the next lunch box. You might wanna break this up because it's naturally just a bit stuck together. And remember, when you actually eat this meal, you will be heating the rice up, so there's no need to do so now. Then I have my pasta, which is 2 portions, and you can get as accurate as you like with this. If you want to take the scales out and do it that way, that is completely fine. But if you're going to be eating the meals anyway, then it doesn't matter if one of them has 10 or 20 calories more than the other. You're still going to be consuming the same amount over a few days anyway, so I wouldn't get too bogged down with it. Okay, that looks pretty even, I think. Then I'm gonna do the veg next, so I'll probably just do a spoonful in each and just keep going from one to the other. All right, we are looking good. The veg adds so much volume, a crucial part of this meal prep. All right, so now for the lean mince, there are 2 portions here, so I'm gonna add 1 portion to the potatoes and 1 portion to one of the pasta dishes. These are turning into big meals. Wait until you see the calories and macros as well. They're really good. All right, we are looking good. I actually made a rookie mistake. I forgot that I had to leave a portion of veg for the wrap, so I took some back. But now for the chicken, there are 3 portions here. So 1 portion for the rice, 1 portion for the other pasta dish, and 1 portion for the wrap, which I am not gonna forget this time. All right, so this is how we are looking. Absolutely delicious. I am gonna add some sauce, but first I want to prepare the wrap. All right, 1 large wrap. Probably recommend doing this on the kitchen counter as opposed to the dining room table. So veg is on board. Might move it a little bit towards here. Let's get our chicken on as well. Okay, now let's sauce this baby up. I'm gonna go with a drizzle of hot sauce. You don't need to weigh this, in my opinion. It's just literally a couple of calories. And then 15 grams of light or lighter than light mayo, whatever you have. All right, now let's fold this baby up. Far from my strong point. Let's see how it goes. Probably gonna be messy work. Definitely gonna be messy work. So fold like so. Make the fingers. I'm going to fold this side in. Gonna fold this side in as well. Okay, not looking bad. Then you need to fold again. Perfect. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's get that in the old lunchbox. Now let's do the sauce for the rest. So for the mince and potatoes, I'm actually just gonna go with hot sauce again. Delicious. For the rice and potatoes, or what am I saying? The rice and chicken, I have my own little concoction, which I highly recommend. So it is 30 ml of soy sauce. This one is gluten-free. It's actually lower in calories. The reduced salt one is lower in calories as well, if you have that. And 30 ml of 0-cal maple syrup. Put in the 1 glass, mix it up like so. Tastes really good. Nice, sweet, salty combination. And obviously give each one a nice mix. I am just gonna power through these for now. So next up is the pasta and mince. And I'm gonna add 100 grams of this tomato-based pasta sauce. Per 100 grams, there is only 65 calories, so it's pretty good. Perfect. I'm gonna grab the other pasta dish and do the very same. Reset my scales to 0. Let's go. I'm actually very good at eyeballing what 100 grams is. So let's see. I'd say it's less. I'd say 87. Oh, 90. How can I prove that? 1 sec. Here, I'll take it off the phone. 91 grams. So let's get another 10 in there. Or 9, I should say. Okay, we are good to go. 5 meals ready just like that. I want to display the calories and macros for each meal on screen. So I'm going to start with the spicy beef and potatoes. I'll hold it here for like a second just so you can see. Then we will move on to the chicken pasta. Okay, next up goes the sweet and salty chicken and rice. Looking good. And finally, we have, what am I saying finally for? There's still one more left, but we have the mince pasta. All right, and last up is, what will I even call this? I don't even know. Last up is the wrap. Perfect. And the best thing about this meal prep is that you can get as creative with it as you like. So for example, if you don't like one of the vegetables that I use, maybe you're not a fan of aubergine, swap it out for something else instead. If you don't want a wrap and you want an extra portion of the sweet and salty rice, you can do that too. But for a meal prep that is just so quick, so easy, contain very basic ingredients, these meals are extremely tasty and they are quite filling as well. Oh, and if you want to store 1 or 2 in the freezer as well for later in the week, you can do exactly that. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap the video up there, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you comment below and let me know. As I always say, even if you comment below just for the algo, I massively appreciate it, so make sure you do. Or if not, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up at the very least. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are all keeping well, and I will see you in the next video.